Hi, I'm Kay Dean, and this is Fake Review Watch. If you watch this channel, you know not to trust any review sites. They're all culpable for the massive review fraud on their platforms. Yet there's something particularly galling about Yelp. Quite frankly, I think Yelp lies about how it decides to recommend reviews. Let's get started, and please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Before I show you why I think Yelp is untruthful, you have to understand that Yelp separates active reviews into two categories: recommended and not recommended reviews. Recommended reviews are easily seen and count toward a business's star rating. Not recommended reviews are not easily found and don't count toward the star rating. No other review site I know of does this, and it's the key to how businesses appear on Yelp. Here's how Yelp says it works.
Millions of people in neighborhoods everywhere trust Yelp for reviews on local businesses. And just like with your neighbor's opinions, not all reviews are created equal. Yelp's recommendation software automatically evaluates all reviews. It's looking for those that may be most useful and reliable from active users. These are recommended reviews. And in fact, most reviews are recommended. Our philosophy is quality over quantity, which is why the rest are not recommended. These are often written by users we don't know enough about, or sometimes they could be unhelpful rants. Or we suspect the business owner asked the reviewer to write the review. That's against our policy. To keep things fair and unbiased, we try not to recommend reviews that businesses ask consumers to write. Reviews like these go in the Not Currently Recommended section. You can still see them via a link at the bottom of a business's page, but they don't impact the overall star rating.
Yeah? Well, I don't think that's really how it works. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's Yelp profile Kyle B., who says he's from Houston. Under his name, you can see that he has 3 reviews. That's not very many. I wonder if Yelp thinks he's reliable or not. Let's go to the Yelp business pages to find his 3 reviews and see. Here's Kyle's review from June 10th, 2025 for Lotus Seafood outside Houston. This 3-star review is recommended by Yelp, so I guess Yelp considers Kyle reliable. You can tell the review is recommended because the stars are in color. Let's check his next review. On the same day, Kyle also gave 3 stars to True Care Moving in Boulder City, Nevada. Yelp recommends this review as well. Let's check his 3rd review. Here's a 5-star review Kyle posted that same day for Evolve Construction in Orlando. This review is not recommended by Yelp, which is noted above and by the grayed out stars. So, Yelp thinks 2 of his reviews are reliable, but 1 isn't. That doesn't make any sense. I captured each of these images within minutes, so Yelp can't claim it had more or less information for any of these recommendations. Does Yelp trust Kyle or not? Next, we have Diane B. from Philadelphia. Diane has 4 reviews, as you can see under her photo. I captured all 4 on July 8th, 2026 from the Yelp business pages. I'll show you. On May 30th, 2025, Diane posted this 4-star review of Cousins Burger in Philadelphia. Yelp recommends this review. On the same day, she posted this 3-star review for a Philadelphia electrician. Yelp says this review is reliable as well. Here's Diane's 3rd review, also posted May 30th. It's a 3-star review of True Care Moving in Nevada. Yes, Yelp likes this review. This is Diane's 4th review, 5 stars posted the same day for Evolve Construction in Orlando. For some reason, Yelp thinks this one is not worthy of your consideration. Once again, I ask, does Yelp think Diane is reliable or not? Beyond Yelp's incoherent recommendations, there's something else going on here involving suspicious review patterns. Did you notice each person reviewed both Evolve Construction and True Care Moving? Let's look at a spreadsheet. Across the top here are 24 Yelp profiles. On the left are 5 businesses who have been reviewed by these profiles. Each X represents a Yelp review. An X2 means the profile posted reviews for two different locations of the same business. Note the suspicious patterns here. For instance, 15 people reviewed both Evolve Construction, with offices in California and Florida, and True Care Moving in Nevada. 8 reviewed both Northwest Builders, with offices in San Diego and Washington State, and Stanford Van Lines in Illinois. When I see patterns like this, I immediately suspect a fake review network is operating. On top of that, in this case, I'm doubly suspicious because Evolve Construction is involved. I recently completed 2 videos on numerous fake Google and Facebook reviews for Evolve Construction. So first, Yelp's software seems to be missing these obvious patterns. Otherwise, it would just remove these profiles entirely for posting fake reviews. But let's look closer. This is the same spreadsheet, but now I've color-coded the X's. When I checked on June 30th, all of the reviews in green were recommended by Yelp as reliable. Those in red were not. Note how many profiles have reviews simultaneously recommended and not recommended. For example, Yelp does not recommend Eunice's review of Evolve Construction, but it likes her review of True Care Moving. Conversely, Yelp likes Janet's review of Evolve Construction, but it doesn't trust her review of True Care Moving. Yelp's software seems to vacillate randomly between trusting and not trusting these people. That truly makes no sense and does not jibe with Yelp's claims about how its software works. Let's look at Mario, who's reviewed 4 businesses on this spreadsheet, and Fabio, who's reviewed 3. Here's Mario S. from New York City. He's posted 22 Yelp reviews, plus he has 39 Yelp friends and has a profile photo. So you'd certainly think Yelp has enough information to consider Mario reliable. I spent an hour on the morning of July 4th going to the Yelp business pages to see how Yelp treated his reviews. Yes, this is what I do for fun. I'll show you what I found on a mini spreadsheet. Mario has reviewed businesses from Hawaii to Massachusetts and has a mix of positive and negative reviews. Yelp thinks 13 of his reviews are reliable, but simultaneously says 9 are not. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to this waffling on Mario. For example, Mario says he lives in New York City, but 2 of his reviews for New York barbershops are not recommended, while his review of a barbershop out in New Jersey is recommended. Then I thought, maybe Yelp is not recommending short reviews with little detail. No, Mario has plenty of short reviews recommended by Yelp, like these 2. Explain to me how this makes any sense, Yelp. Now, let's look at the other guy, Fabio S. from Seattle. Fabio has posted 23 reviews, has 54 Yelp friends, and a profile photo. Certainly Yelp thinks he's reliable. Well, Yelp's brilliant software, once again, is illogical. It likes 14 of Fabio's reviews, but simultaneously says, don't trust those other 9. It recommends 8 reviews for businesses around his hometown, Seattle, but doesn't recommend 4 others. Of his 11 reviews of businesses elsewhere in the country, Yelp says 6 are reliable and 5 are not. What the heck, Yelp? Is Fabio someone we can trust or not? Back on our larger spreadsheet again, there are 2 more points I want to make. Earlier, I said the review patterns here indicate work by a fake review network. There are other indications of this as well. Most of these profiles are using photos of real people pulled from the internet. For example, Kyle B. from Houston, whom we saw earlier, appears to be using the photo of reporter Kyle Fannenstiel from Idaho. And Rebecca O. from Michigan seems to be using a picture of Meghan Kinney of Ireland. our friend Mario S. is using the identity of Mario Schlosser, a founder of Oscar Health, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Then there's Alexander L. from Sioux Falls, who looks an awful lot like Sapphire Ventures co-founder Jay Doss. I reached out to Sapphire Ventures and confirmed that Mr. Doss is not using that Yelp profile. Finally, many of these reviews, both recommended and not recommended, contain incoherent sentences, another indicator of review fraud. For example, let's look at Priscilla's review of Evolve Construction and Kelly's review of True Care Moving, both recommended by Yelp as reliable. Priscilla W. from Virginia posted this 4-star review of Evolve Construction's California office. From our first session, I could tell they knew what they had been doing. The team became friendly, worked tough, and brought a sturdy result on my home upkeep. Huh? Then there's this beauty recommended by Yelp from Kelly L. of San Francisco for True Care Moving in Nevada. The revel in Become's speedy and seamless way to U.S. safe moving. The group became expert throughout the circulate. Yelp? I thought you said your philosophy was quality over quantity. What all of this tells me is that Yelp's statements and little videos about how it recommends reviews based on the reliability of the reviewer and the quality of the reviews are a bunch of bull. What Yelp should be doing in this case is removing every profile on that spreadsheet for violating its terms of service by posting fake reviews. I think whether a review gets recommended or not has a lot more to do with the business being reviewed than the person posting it. Why would that be? Could it have something to do with whether or not businesses pay Yelp? Just saying. Let's watch one more short clip from that Yelp propaganda video.
The software does not treat advertisers any differently than non-advertisers. Advertisers do not get preferential treatment, and non-advertisers are not penalized. We know that's important to consumers, and it makes things fair for all businesses.
Yeah? I don't know about that. As we've seen, we can't trust Yelp's other claims, so why would we trust this one? Yelp offers no proof for its assertions, and is in fact progressively becoming less transparent. But that's a subject for another video. Thank you for watching, and again, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel.